Question about artificial intelligence. I've gone pretty deep with a bunch of people recently. Depending on however you look at it, you have to admit that it's probably going to lead to a loss of jobs and a lot of efficiencies in the system. If you go far enough of this narrative, it replaces all humans. What are your thoughts on it? And also, just from an economics perspective, what do you think it'll do to the economy?
I think the establishment knows what it's going to do to the economy. That's why the UBI and CBDC are coming. It's going to displace a lot of people, and you're going to need to control those people. So, do I think AI is the AI of science fiction? No. I think right now I view let's use ChatGPT as an example. I call it a really good first draft. I mean, I'm encouraging my son to use it. I mean, it's a tool, and don't fight the tool. Is the tool going to be able to say vaccines are safe? I check that. No. So the tool can't do deductive reasoning. The tool can't look across silos and do what we do and come to conclusions. But the tool is a good first draft. When I was in college, unfortunately, there was no PC, so I had to type on my term papers on typewriters. When Word came out, I was mad because college would have been easier. Then they started to autocomplete sentences. I view ChatGPT as an extension of that for now. It's a good first draft, and you can be lazy. I mean, once you get your first draft, then you can ask it refining questions to make the first draft even better. So you be as lazy as possible to create your final document before you put your own patina on it. Does that mean I'm going to write a novel using ChatGPT? No. But if you're, doing standard operating procedures in your company, you're doing a marketing plan, and you want a first draft, I think it's going to replace a lot of junior analyst jobs. A lot of these junior jobs go bye-bye. And success using this technology is going to be asking the right questions and becoming an expert in how to deploy this. So am I afraid of it? No. But we also have to understand it can be used for great evil. It's a propagandist's greatest tech tool ever, because you can feed it what you want for a narrative, and then it'll be spread out there if there's a back door to anybody asking questions about something, so that journalists will use ChatGPT getting false narratives and going with them. So it can be used for great evil. And so it needs to be monitored and needs to be discussed openly, in my humble opinion. But right now, it's a tool.
I mean, there's been various articles. Goldman said it could replace 300 million jobs. Some people are saying it could replace 25% of all jobs. I mean, if it gets better, and it will, and in weird ways, it can actually make itself better, or at least learn from itself. This must go into your equations. I mean, you talk about unemployment rates and things like that, but if we just don't need, 10% of the workforce, I mean, that causes a lot of issues economically, social unrest, UBI introduction. I mean, it can really throw the world into a mess.
Absolutely. And look, if you knew this was coming and you were the central planners, you would be scared of the ramifications, and wouldn't it be nice to control those people and give them goodies? It seems like that's what we're seeing. And, it's going to be very interesting the next 10 years. And I do think there's a renaissance on the other side, but between now and then, it's going to get pretty wild.
What's the renaissance on the other side, Ed?
There's going to be a rejection of the system that we currently have. The system we have is, unfortunately, I call it a satanic system. It's a system of war, peace, inflation, deflation, war, peace. It's a endless cycle. The debt itself creates its own problems, and there's always demographic trends. And when you create debt, and then your demographics in the country go the wrong way, you can't support the debt. Then the leaders can't take the blame, so they usually try to go to war and cause distraction. So the system of debt-based fiat currency needs to go away. We need to come up with something else. And it has to be based around truth and integrity, where you can't game the system. And, a lot of people have gotten rich being close to the printing presses. not because of hard work and innovation. You and I were on Wall Street, and when I sit back and think about what I did, I was good at what I did, but I got paid way more than a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist because I was good at manipulating symbols and numbers. And that's because I was close to the printing press. And the further away you get from the printing press, the less the value I think you are to the system, unfortunately.
Yeah, I used to have a client, Italian client at Credit Suisse when it still was around. And I was his, institutional broker for like a decade. And we would regularly have the conversations, and I'd be like, Luca, the city of London, where mediocre people get paid ridiculous amounts of money. And we would just always laugh because we were surrounded by people that would be builders or caterers or whatever in another parallel universe. And yet here they were making millions of pounds a year. And yeah, we didn't say it at the time or even know it, but it was because we were close to the printing press at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And one of the things I remember working on Wall Street, there was kind of a unspoken fear that during every downturn, the game of musical chairs, you just knew there were going to be less seats, these coveted seats to make this amount of money. So, and you knew that if once you were tossed out, you would have to get a real job. And it was a problem because most of the people didn't have real skills.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.